And welcome back to the afternoon session, 2022 NCTTA West Regionals. We're joining in midway through set one of the women's singles quarterfinals. We have Shin representing Ohlone College in blue with the serve. And we have Lavanya representing Cal Berkeley in dark blue on the far side. Both players being extremely aggressive so far. Both players two-wing attackers. Worth noting, Shin does have short pips on her backhand side, on her red side. Ball will come off a little more flat, a little more direct with those short pips, not quite as spinny or high arcing. Both stay very close to the table, take the ball early off the bounce. Very aggressive styles of play. Both players also representing the Northern California division, but meeting here in regionals. Wow, very good counterattack by Lavanya. Opening loop by Shin, but Lavanya was able to handle it no problem. Counter loop far to the forehand side.
This is not the first time in the match she's done that stroke. Maybe something of a specialty.
Now a tricky serve, perhaps side top. Lavanya going for the flick, aggressive choice. A little bit too much top on that serve, ball drifts long. That was the short pip side.
Short pips may have influenced the spin on that. Lavanya, very, very powerful forehand that we're seeing very low when she takes those strokes.
Wow, and good reaction block by Lavanya. Lavanya, very accomplished junior cadet player in USA TT team, so separate from collegiate play. Shin going with that hook style of serve. Starting to see more and more these days.
Very deceptive.
Very deceptive. And Shin from Ohlone does take game one. Best 3 out of 5. First player to win 3 games will win the match. Do not believe Ohlone has a team here at the West Regionals. So Shin is representing herself on behalf of Ohlone in the women's singles event. On the other hand, a fairly large contingent from Berkeley. So Lavanya has quite a bit of support here with her team members.
Beginning of the second set, Lavanya to serve.
Wow, good reaction block by Shin. Was able to get the block even though it clipped the top of the net. Unfortunately, not enough to win that point.
Assertive playing overall. Every one of these serves attacked.
Ooh, Lavanya went for the counter loop, just missed it. Very aggressive shot selection. Saw her make several of those in game one, so she certainly has the capability.
That's right. Wow, interesting tactics here.
Seen quite a few nets already, even though it's game 2. There's already been a handful of nets. Both players keeping the ball very low.
Certainly has a way of changing up the pace here.
Obviously, the short pips makes things a little bit different for Lavanya, not the traditional inverted style.
There's that forehand again.
Yeah,
Just
missed a
barely
couple of those
missing
counter loops, a little bit long.
long.
Shin putting just enough topspin on that to keep that ball from coming back down on the other side.
Wow, good placement.
Yeah, right at the body. That's tough. It's transition point between forehand and backhand. Very good place to attack. Makes it difficult for the receiver. Wow, great exchange there.
Fast-paced table
Lavanya
tennis.
coming out on top. Your forehand counter loop working in that point.
Absolutely. It's taken a second here in this second game, but oh, little edge shot, winning Lavanya a point. Hold her hand up in apology.
Oh,
Just so spinny.
spinny third ball attack.
Boy,
A little different from Shin there. That was a little slower, super spinny. Not the all-out speed she normally goes for. But that little variation is enough. With a missed serve. Unforced error. Obviously not what you want to see.
Sticking to the backhands on this rally. Nobody really wants to open it up. Risk a kill.
Wow, another great point. This all-out attack from both sides. Lavanya's final forehand just drifting long. Gives game 2 to Shin from Maloney. She now has a 2-set lead. Those sets very hard earned, though, I shall say. Lavanya definitely putting up a fight. Really, each set could have gone either way.
Absolutely, they're keeping each other honest. A lot of backhand play, but when they open it up to forehands, man, they just let that ball fly.
Yeah.
As we just saw on that last point. Very, very strong playing.
Not taking
spin.
a lot of time between games here as well. Neither of them getting coached, just right back to business.
Unlucky. Shin's starting to be a little more vocal in this third game.
Yeah, her body language, she's hopping up and down, choing after almost every point. Definitely up for the challenge. Wow. And a long, fast topspin serve to Lavanya's backhand, but Lavanya handles it. Sends a backhand right down the line.
Quality serve there. Pushed just long of the table.
Yeah, sneaky topspin serve. Lavanya not quite able to read that fully. Wow. That forehand counter loop by Lavanya is a great stroke.
She's used that stroke several times this match to brutal effect. But the timing has to just be perfect.
It's a high risk, high reward shot for sure.
Absolutely.
You see Shin immediately attacking to the backhand. A couple different serve options that Shin showed so far. She has that hook serve she's going with, perhaps setting up for now. And she's also had that more traditional pendulum serve. Wow, and attacking Lavanya's backhand. Staying away from that potential monster of a forehand counter loop.
She must know by now. Stay away.
Wow. Great backhand by Lavanya.
It certainly seems like a definitive plan for Shin to keep away from that forehand.
Both players super complete games, really no weaknesses. It is do or die for Lavanya, however, down 0 games to 2. Tricky placement, perhaps cross Shin up a little bit. Didn't seem fully prepared for that forehand.
Nice placement there for Shin, and that'll finish the match.
She takes it.
3-0.
Perhaps a surprising result with both players being so closely ranked to each other, but close games, although 3-0 game score, each game was a battle. Not necessarily indicative of one player outperforming the other. So Shin from Maloney is in, now into the women's singles semifinals.
The winner of this table is set to play either Lucy Ma or Jazlyn Liu. Whoever wins that match will face off with Shin Lee in the semifinal. The other match still in session.
It appears Angela Guan did make it out of her quarterfinal. That was taking place on table 3.
Thank you.
And back to more women's singles action here at the 2022 NCTTA West Regionals. In red, we have Lucy Ma. And in blue, representing UC San Diego, we have Jazlyn. This is the women's singles quarterfinal.
Just a few minutes ago, we were tuning into Shin Lee and Lavanya. The winner, Shin, is going to play the winner of this match here between Lucy and Jazlyn. Already highly aggressive playing style.
Yeah, great counter loop by Lucy. Long, fast serve. You won't see that every time. But throwing in a long kick topspin serve. Definitely need to do that every once in a while to keep your opponent honest. Jazlyn, a left-handed player. Not too many lefties here today, but there are a few.
Like you mentioned, a lot of right-handed players here today. Playing a left-handed player may change a little bit of the dynamics of the ball trajectory. Certainly the service being on the other side of the table most often may open up some new possibilities for Jazlyn.
Yeah, absolutely. It's considered almost an advantage to be left-handed just because it's kind of rare. Your opponents don't see that too often.
The side spins that may work against a right-hander would be just right in the wheelhouse for a left-hander, so they really need to take that into consideration here. Ooh, unfortunate miss serve for Lucy.
We've seen Jazlyn with that backhand loop a few times now. She's very comfortable with that stroke. Typically players a little bit better at opening up with their forehand, but no issues on opening up with the backhand for Jazlyn.
UCSD team captain.
Lucy making short work of that serve.
UCSD captain, please come to the front desk.
Lucy representing Stanford for the Northern California division. So these two would have not seen each other prior to this event, being in SoCal division, NorCal division.
Captain, please come to the front desk.
Wow, tricky serve. May have bounced twice.
Yeah, perfect half-long serve by Lucy. Half-long meaning that second bounce on the receiver side. Is that going to clear the end line of the table? Is it still going to be on the table? I don't really know.
Worth risking the paddle to go for an attack. Slow spin to the backhand, maybe off speed. Lucy may be expecting something faster. Dumped it into the net.
That serve variation is huge. And you see a long kick serve wide to Lucy's forehand. changing the rhythm, making sure that the receiver has to be ready for a short serve, for a long serve. Really, any ball that drifts long, you're going to see both of these players go for the attack.
That's absolutely right, Jace. Even some balls that aren't across the table, that far edge of the table, they're still attacking. Just so aggressive. Seems like each player wants to be the first one to open up the attack. Nobody wants to wait around.
See Lucy getting amped up, letting out some emotion. Wow, that was a great forehand counter loop. Off of a third ball attack too. That is so hard to cover and get the angle just right.
Absolutely. If you think about the physics of a table tennis racket, it's a round shape, but the more spin you put on it, the more closed you have to put the racket. That's creating less surface area for the ball to contact. So it's really just so fine-tuned. It takes so much skill.
And having to keep that in consideration when the ball's coming at you pretty fast.
Certainly tough to keep into consideration. But these quick last-minute decisions, last second really, a result of hours and hours of training a week, match play, drills.
I think last second may be even generous. That's more milliseconds that they were dealing with
there.
That does net Lucy Ma a Game 1 win, though. So she does go up over Jazlyn 1-0. Lucy getting some coaching, some morale support. Relentless forehand attacks by Jazlyn. Typically the player that does get the attack in first has the advantage. That's why you see both of them taking any opportunity they can to get a topspin attack in. Starting to see Jazlyn move a little more to utilize her forehand when she can.
UCSD versus UCLA. Let's get started on tables 3
A very,
and
very
4.
spinny serve,
I
pendulum
repeat,
serve
UCSD
to Lucy's backhand
versus
side.
UCLA,
But a quick
tables 3
return.
and 4. Thank you.
Yeah, Lucy was ready for it. Ready for that long topspin serve. Redirected it right back to Jazlyn. Wow, a lot of side spin there.
Very subtle. And we're looking at 2 ace serves here for Lucy. Fantastic serving.
Definitely a confidence booster.
Certainly is. 2 easy points.
Lucy acknowledging the slight net she hit on that flick.
Jazlyn able to break the point streak of Lucy. Now Lucy's service. Wow.
Seeing Lucy serve very wide to Jazlyn's forehand, causing her to step in, cover some ground, and then Lucy goes right back to the backhand side.
Sure, the tactic is clear.
Yeah.
Get them out of position and exploit it.
Some celebration from Jazlyn there.
That marks the end of the second set in Lucy's favor.
Gotta feel good going up into the third set with a 2-game lead.
Absolutely, it's a huge confidence boost. You just need to close it down with one more game, although it's not uncommon for a change in momentum.
No, absolutely not. I mean, Jazlyn is right there. None of these sets have been easy. She's really just a point or two slight momentum shift away from being up 2-0 herself.
Absolutely. There seems to be some dynamic where when you're down 0-2, you have nothing to lose. So sometimes you can let it rip a little more or change a tactic, which might get into the head of the opponent.
It's such a mind game. I mean, being up 2-0, you don't want to take your foot off the gas. You want to keep doing what you're doing that got you to that point in the first place. But it's human nature to relax a bit. You know, I have a 2-0 lead. Although from what we've seen from Lucy Ma today so far, very focused, very intense. Be surprised if she let up at all.
Yeah. Very few occasions where you've seen frustration from her. Again, table tennis is a very frustrating sport if you're doing a stroke and it doesn't come off right. Unforced errors.
And those can have ripple effects. I mean, yeah, you lose that point, but if you take that bad attitude into future points, it could be rough. Both players doing a great job of handling that.
That's right. Wow. Start of set 3. Full aggression. Lucy's point. 1-0.
Nice. Great third ball attack by Jazlyn. Getting her forehand loop into play. Gonna need to see more of that. We've seen Lucy flick several of Jazlyn's serves. It's a tough shot we're seeing more and more in modern table tennis, the flick off of a serve return.
Sure is. It's formidable.
That is a good formula for Jazlyn. Keep on the attack, get that forehand loop in when you can.
So important in this game for her to keep a positive mindset. Stay positive.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Bad timing. Got to move past it. There's still plenty of game left. Again, that big forehand loop by Jazlyn. Really been working out for her this set. Waits for that ball to get to its apex or even let it drop a little bit before she gets that forehand loop in, generating tons of spin.
A little bit of an inside-out loop there, the spin curving away from Jazlyn's forehand.
Yeah.
From my angle, I could see the spin curve that ball. It's really incredible.
Tricky long serve. That is definitely a lefty spin right there.
6-all.
Jazlyn sticking with the aggressive approach, though. That's what she needs to do. Going for the forehand loop off the serves. It drifted a little bit long. Wasn't quite able to land it, but I like that mentality. Stick with what's working, going with that forehand loop.
Seemingly high push was enough to disorient Jazlyn. That's a tough shot, a deep push to the backhand side.
Yeah, Lucy went to the deep backhand twice in a row there. Great return to serve. That serve by Lucy was really far out wide of Jazlyn's forehand, but Jazlyn was able to cover it. Give Lucy a spinny ball back. Wow, great counterattack.
What a shot.
Down the line, too, going straight with it as opposed to cross. A little bit less table to work with when you do that.
First appeared as a defensive shot, became an offensive shot.
Yeah, it almost looked like she was reacting, but her fundamentals are so good, it still comes off as a loop.
Incredible.
And that's a great point for Jazlyn. Being able to recover the net ball. Crazy how much momentum can shift. Just amazing reactions out of Jazlyn from this third set. She's able to stay alive. Force a game 4. Lucy gonna go back to her coach, regroup a little bit, discuss what happened in that last set, figure out a new mental state to be in for this 4th set.
Pressure's on a little bit more for Lucy now. As we mentioned earlier, sometimes the guard can be let down a bit or the mindset changes somehow.
And it seemed like Jazlyn just went all out. All gas and no brakes, went for her attacks, had some great reaction shots.
Absolutely.
It's
She really
amazing
does
the
move
level.
fast.
It's amazing the level you have to play at to win games here. I mean, you have to be almost flawless at this level. Both fighting for the right to play Shin from Ohlone College in the next round.
I'm going to say both of these athletes I would be very excited to see in the next round.
Oh, yeah.
All double wing attackers. It's a great lineup. Set 4. Heavy spin from the backhand.
Yeah. Wow. Great aggressive block by Jazlyn. Directly down the line.
Amazing.
Hard to do anything with that if you're Lucy. Going with some long serves in this 4th set. Trying to initiate that attack right off the bat. Not a lot of short push. Oh, great point by Lucy. Just was able to extend that rally by 1 more.
Once again, focusing on that backhand there. Those were the strokes that she's winning on, is those forehand to backhand strokes.
We talked about the momentum shift. I mean, set 3, it was all Jazlyn. Set 4 so far, it's been Lucy taking control.
It's the Lucy show at this point. And another.
Half long serve. Jazlyn went for it. Not quite enough bite on that loop to get it to land. Spinny backhand by Jazlyn. Forced the error on Lucy's part. Just a lot of topspin to manage there.
Saw what she was getting at. Just missed barely off the table.
Yeah,
would have been a
aggressive
tough
serve
shot for
return by
Jazlyn to return.
Jazlyn. Yeah, very aggressive forehand flip. Serve drifts long and Lucy's able to capitalize. Such a fine line from having a long serve that's a great serve, that's a winner, that's an ace, forces a mishit. But if it's not quite long enough, not quite the right angle, you're really feeding that right into your opponent's wheelhouse. Great reactions by Lucy.
Quick reactions and lots of topspin. If you think about the basic table tennis warm-up, you think forehand counter and then straight into forehand loop oftentimes. So this is a stroke they're very familiar with, but Lucy's really putting the pressure on with that forehand counter.
Game really slowing down here the last few points. Both players taking their time. Wow, and Lucy even got her counter loop in there, but it wasn't enough. Jazlyn with a solid return stays alive.
Wow.
Wow, great point.
Tricky, tricky. What a great point for Lucy. Again, turning a defensive stroke into an offensive stroke.
Yeah, the reactions are insane. It seemed like a defensive shot, but where it was placed made it pretty awkward for Jazlyn to get an attack on. Great forehand flip.
Is it just me, or has this game felt very long? I'd venture to say they're
Well, they are
maybe
in the
up to
deuce.
play.
They are in the deuce realm. Yeah,
Yeah.
you could tell because instead of every 2 serves before they switch,
Yeah.
it's every other serve. So each player getting 1 serve at a time. Perhaps a dead
Advantage
ball
to
serve
Lucy.
by Lucy there. Looked like backspin, but that return floated long. I believe this is match point for Lucy. And what a good point.
That'll do it.
What a good point to end it on. If you're going to go out, that's a good way. Great match. Another match that could have easily went 5 games. I mean, each game was so close, so highly contested.
Absolutely.
Lucy
Absolutely.
ultimately prevailing 3-1, and will fight. Will go on to play Shin from Maloney in the semifinal.
That's a match that won't want to be missed. So stay tuned. We'll check back soon on tables 2. And see you again shortly.
And welcome back. This will be the first women's semifinal singles match. We have Evelyn representing UC Davis as the left-handed player nearest to the camera. And we have Angela Guan representing Cal Berkeley on the far side. Angela Guan was actually the women's singles champion of the NorCal division. So that's got to be a confidence booster coming into this.
Certainly is, but I have a feeling the opponent, Evelyn, has a confidence booster as well. Let's talk about her racket setup, shall we, Jace?
Yeah, we got a chance to check out Evelyn's racket right before warm-up started. She has short pips on the red side, she normally uses as her forehand, and has anti-spin on her black side. Pretty unique setup. Not sure if I've personally seen that one before.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting, considering Angela is primarily a chopping attacker. I'm very curious to see how Evelyn is going to react to that.
Definitely. I'm interested to see how short pips and anti-spin reacts to chop. So as we alluded to, Angela Guan is a chopper, does have long pips on her red side. A bit of a college experience difference. Angela's been around a little bit. She's actually a first-year master's student at UC Berkeley, whereas Evelyn is a freshman at Davis studying psychology. So this would be Evelyn's debut regionals.
Keep in mind, students playing in this league are eligible for 4 years. So Evelyn just starting her journey in the NCTTA.
And we didn't even mention Evelyn's a lefty as well. So you have that anti-spin, you have short pips, and she's a lefty. They got a lot of unique things working for her. Good point.
Great point, Jace. They're really extending these rallies. But you can see here on that backhand turnover with Evelyn, maybe not generating as much spin.
Yeah.
Those low shots may be hard to turn over and get over the net. Could be a disadvantage. Who knows? Although we have seen two of the similar stroke here, so if that's any indication.
Wow. Great attack by Evelyn on the forehand side. Kind of a flat smash.
Flat
letting that
short
pips doing the work.
That's good. That's what we love to see. Surprises. It certainly was a welcome surprise here.
It was interesting after the players determined the serve, which I believe Evelyn won. Angela actually elected to change sides. I don't see that too much. Maybe feeling that the lighting's a little bit better, or maybe eye contact with some of her teammates helps her out over on the bench. But interesting thing, you don't see the players often taking that option to change sides. They have it. Whoever loses the serve toss does get to determine which side they want to start on. Normally they just stick on the same side, so that was interesting to see. Angela twiddling and using her black inverted side to generate spin when she serves. See her do that with her backhand serve.
So what she does is she quickly twiddles the racket after the serve.
And goes back to her regular setup. Ooh, tough net there. Lucky break for Evelyn.
So if you're tuning in here, you're going to see on table 2, the match we're currently commentating, table 1 is Lucy Ma and Shin Lee. This is the other semifinal match. So you may be able to cue in on both matches if you watch closely. The winner of these two matches will make it to the final.
Angela takes the opening game on a strong forehand loop. That's what makes her so dynamic, is she's so consistent. She's obviously able to chop with her backhand side, but she can also loop with her forehand side. And it's a good one. Very fast, very spinny. So that is, I mean, the ultimate changer right there. You're getting a heavy backspin chop or a dead chop. And then at any moment, you can have a fireball coming at you from the forehand side.
That's a great point. She's been known to even twiddle the smooth rubber to her backhand and do an attack.
Exactly.
A little more rare, but she's got it in her back pocket for sure. Just watching her warm up earlier with one of her teammates, counter looping, long rallies. So she certainly has the potential to attack on both wings. But she's patient as well, as you can see.
Angela from the Bay Area has played at Silicon Valley Table Tennis Club. Growing up, SVTTC. A lot of great table tennis clubs in the Bay Area. And there's that forehand we were talking about.
Case in point.
Wow,
what a
great
point.
Nicely
sight.
played by Evelyn, coming out on top of that.
Actually seeing Angela attack with the pips. Sort of a flat shot there on the backhand.
A long, fast topspin serve by Evelyn there. Just a twiddle.
Quick twiddle there. Change up
So
the spin.
deceptive. So
Very.
deceptive.
And that's why, of course, the racket rubbers are two different colors.
Exactly. That's a good point, Matthew. Back in the day, you could have two sides that almost looked kind of red or kind of black. And the issue with that is, yeah, you could have anti-spin on one side, long pips on one side, and you can twiddle that, and people couldn't really tell what you were hitting with. So they did change the rules, have to have two distinct colors, black and red. Recently, a rule change actually allows you, well, you still have to have black on one side. You can go different colors. Seen some players here with green, blue. Kind of spicing up the table tennis world a little bit. Adding some flair to it.
A lot of professional players are rocking their flag colors, their national flag colors
That's
on,
right.
on the rubber, which is really great to see. Just a little more pride in their nation. Fast tomahawk serve.
Yeah, Angela will do that serve. She kind of comes around, does a tomahawk, heavy side spin, and that one heavy side top caused the error from Evelyn.
Clearly has great control, the first of which going to her backhand, the second to her forehand, forcing an error.
And it is cool to see Evelyn go after those chops and actually attack them with her backhand side. That's kind of rare. You see a lot of players just push chops with backhand and they really load up for their forehand. But Evelyn, she'll go for either way. I like seeing that confidence. Not afraid to attack with the backhand. Unfortunately, not enough for Evelyn as she does drop the second game. Angela does go up 2-0. Wow. Great point on table one between Lucy Ma and Shin Lee.
Lucy now rocking a new fashion statement on her right knee. She's got a knee brace now. Doesn't seem to be affecting her play whatsoever, Jason.
Lightning fast.
Lightning fast. Is it making her better?
As we begin set 3, table 2 version of the women's singles semifinal. Fun fact about Angela Guan, and this is pretty impressive. She has been to every continent in the world, with the exception to Antarctica, and has played table tennis on all of those. That's pretty impressive.
That's incredible, Jason.
What's the hardest one? Australia, maybe?
Australia?
You know, I don't associate Australia with table tennis too much. That's impressive, though.
That's a good point there. Europe, of course, a long lineage of fantastic teams. Sweden, Germany, Austria, Denmark.
Obviously playing in Asia isn't much of a surprise. A lot of top players eventually make their way over there. Maybe she'll check off Antarctica off her list someday.
It's certainly not the best place for an outdoor sport, but table tennis is an indoor sport, so it may have some potential there.
Maybe if there was a sport to play.
Wow. An attack with the pips.
That was an attack with the backhand side with the long pips. Very tricky shot.
What I am observing is Evelyn, while she has great control, does have a bit of difficulty turning over shots that are underspin. Due to the anti-spin, it doesn't quite grip the rubber.
Yeah, she kind of has to hit it a little more flat instead of brushing up on the ball like
Lift
maybe a more traditional loop.
Yes. And while this would be a fantastic setup for maybe a looper, the chopping is what makes it so interesting. So they're both predominantly.
There's that attack with Evelyn's backhand. That's a very impressive stroke. Having the confidence to go for that from the backhand side. Evelyn was representing UC Davis in the co-ed team matches earlier in the day in group play. So double dipping into both co-ed and women's singles. Getting a lot of experience here.
Some of these players have hardly had a break all day.
Yeah, and there's that a backhand aggressive shot by Angela again.
UC Berkeley team captain, please come to the front desk. USC team captain, please come to the front desk.
Such good placement by Angela, too. I mean, obviously we talk about all the different strokes she can do, but where she places them is very next level.
Well, certainly these strokes, they have an intention.
Oh, and a lucky break from Evelyn there, catching the back edge of the table. The long tomahawk serve. Evelyn, no issues handling it.
USC team captain, please come to the front desk.
Bit of a mishit there. She smiled it off though. Seems to be back into focus.
And Evelyn getting a little bit of a momentum here.
Spoke too soon.
On the last 3 or 4 points. Wow, another good sequence. Moving Angela in and out.
We're seeing a lot of patience with both of these players.
Yeah. You know,
She lends
Chopper's
itself to long
very
points.
good historically going from right to left. But it's always a good tactic to move choppers in and out. Right? Loop one, push one, loop one, push one. And actually, speaking of that momentum, it resulted in a timeout from Angela. And, you know, that in itself, no matter what happens in this match, is a victory for Evelyn. That's cool. You could take an experienced veteran player like Angela, who's been around, not just in the NCTTA world, but also in the USATT world, representing the U.S. women's team, junior, cadet level. So even just to kind of rattle her a little bit, force a timeout, that's definitely a win for UC Davis's rising star.
Absolutely. Certainly inspires confidence. You know, you've shaken them somewhat. Now receiving some coaching from the UC Davis coach, Danny Yip. Wow.
Oh, and Evelyn right back at it. Very good momentum this third set. Oh, great attack by Angela. Got a weak ball that set up just a little bit, went for that forehand attack.
Thank you.
And that gets her the match. Angela does come out on top 3-0. She is on to the finals.
The other semifinal match still in progress on table 1, as you can see. Well done, Angela. Going on to the finals.
All right, and we're taking you live to table 1. For the other half, the women's singles semifinal. Angela go on through to the finals on the other half. Right now, Shin Lee representing Elimination College and Lucy Ma representing Stanford. Shin currently with a 2-0 game lead. It's a best-of-5 match, so she needs one more set to secure her ticket to the finals.
If the first few points are any indication, Jace, I'd say Shin has the momentum here. She's playing very, very well.
Point.
Shot to the body. She's choing.
It's always good.
She's got energy. That's always a good sign.
Good rule of thumb. Whoever's choing the most, probably a good indicator they're on top. You know, in the last set before we started the stream, I heard Shin asking Lucy, can you see my serve? Like, is it legal? That's just pretty cool. Highlights the sportsmanship we see here. NCTTA West Regionals. Making sure everything's fair.
Absolutely.
Well, I think you have time. We'll start. Oh yeah. I think warm up. I have to actually. Sorry.
Shin with some phenomenal spin on the backhand.
And she takes
to
it.
secure the win. And she's earned her place in the final round against Angela.
Should be a really good match.
Should be a fantastic match. You've got Angela, long pips, chopping attacker. She's got a heck of a forehand loop.
And then you have the ultimate aggressor in Shin Lee. Looking forward to that women's singles final.
Should be an exciting match. Stay tuned.
been waiting for. We've got women's singles finals for regionals happening on table 2. We have Angela Guan from UC Berkeley versus Lucy Ma from Stanford. We have a mistake from Shin, who wrote the results wrong. Therefore, it is not my fault for announcing the wrong final. So, here we go again. Ladies and gentlemen, women's singles final. We have Angela Guan from UC Berkeley versus Shin Lee from Ohlone College. Give it up for both of them as they go on table 2. Yeah, let's go, come on. Not too much, because the camera's already set.
They can move it. Camera's movable.
There's too much space. Go back this way. Go back.
Okay, this looks good.
Good luck. I appreciate it. You're on live stream. Say hi. When you're taking breaks, you can just show the screen to the camera. Sounds good? And also to the commentators so they know. So show us your show. Got it? Thank you so much. We appreciate it. You're the best. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready here as Angela and Shin are preparing on the table too. Woo! Give it up!
And welcome back to the women's singles final of the 2022 NCTTA West Regionals. We're here at OCTTA Table Tennis Club, Orange County Table Tennis Association. Very grateful for them letting NCTTA use their facility for today and tomorrow. Well, Matt, how did these ladies get here? Who'd they had to go through?
Yeah, let's talk about that. So they started in the round robins, and in the quarterfinal, Lucy Ma met Jazlyn Liu, and Lucy came out 3-1. Lucy then faced Shin, who's here in the blue, and unfortunately lost. So Shin is a double-winged attacker, and it seems to be paying off very well as Shin made it to the top. Angela faced Evelyn from UC Davis. An interesting setup on her end, anti-spin and short pips.
And that's Evelyn's setup.
That was Evelyn's setup, of course. Angela being a long pips and a smooth rubber, so it certainly was an interesting match to watch. But Angela came out on top, and now she's facing Shin.
Shin representing Ohlone College up in Northern California. Angela representing Cal Berkeley. So both from the Northern California division. Angela is actually the women's singles champion in the Northern California division, so we'll see if she could make it a clean sweep here and take regionals as well. Although I'm sure Shin would say otherwise. Both players actually have pips. You might not see it on first glance with Shin, but she does have short pips on her backhand side, whereas Angela, traditional chopper setup, does have long pips on her backhand side.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this plays out. Angela primarily a chopper.
Angela versus Shin.
but she's got a blast of a forehand as well.
Shin
to
wins the serve. Love all. Angela showing earlier. Shows you how intense this final will be. Wow.
Guns blazing. They're off to the races already.
That is probably going to be a precursor of how most points go. Angela dipping back from the table, chopping. Shin staying close, going loop after loop. Wow, great point there.
Out of the playing area. That's what we call a smash.
Shin Lee, tons of power. Went for the smash again.
And we're seeing a mix of high spin.
Yeah, ball didn't sit up quite as high. Fortunately, that one went out for Shin Lee. But you could see all-out aggression from the Ohlone player.
Unlucky for Shin. Oh. Chance at a drop shot, but just too much backspin. Good tactic though. Keep the opponent, keep Angela moving in and out. There's an energy piece to this as well.
That was good placement by Angela, knowing that Shin's going to go for that forehand loop. So, you know, why feed it right to her forehand? She put it right at her kind of intersection point between backhand, forehand, making Shin choose which wing to attack with. Just
Clearly
adding one
Angela.
more element to the pie there.
Absolutely. Angela, no stranger to third ball attacks. Opened up there to good effect. Angela up 8-2 in this first set, and she has the serve.
Good position to be in. No, lucky break for Shin. Net
That's
shot.
exciting.
Ball sits up high. She's had a couple of those smash putaways already, just in the first set. Wow, textbook strategy right there. Couple loops, drop shot to bring Angela in. Really solid tactics by Shin. Wow.
Attack to the backhand.
You can't get lulled into this, you know, chopping when you're playing Angela, because she will come in and throw in a heavy and fast forehand topspin.
She's prowling, waiting for weakness, any sign of weakness. She's ready.
Angela does take the first set, 11-4. You know, one thing to consider is that Angela is used to playing players like Shin. You know, she's going to face people that are two-wing attackers that try to loop her chops, whereas Shin may not face choppers all the time. So that may be an aspect. Maybe Shin's warming up a little bit to the chop game. Definitely something to consider.
That's a good point, Jace. Certainly her racket setup is geared towards a topspin game with the short pips, maybe taking out some of the opponent's spin for a shorter punchy backhand stroke. But as far as turning over backhand, backspin, interesting tactic that she'll have to adopt here. Clearly you can see her favoring her forehand through much of this game so far. So
Shin Lee getting coached by Lucy Ma, who she actually took out in the semifinals. That's awesome. Enemies 1 second, and then friends another.
Rivals turned friends. Heavy spin, heavy spin.
You notice Angela's black side is her inverted side. She will use that side to serve with. So even if she's doing backhand serve, she'll twiddle, use the black side. Oh, good point here, Matt. Oh, wow.
What a point.
Finishing that off with her backhand side. That's normally the side she's chopping from.
She's got it all.
Wow, heavy spin loop from Shin. Took a little bit of speed off, went full spin, T-Mobile style. Earned her the point.
Seen a lot of tactical play from Shin, moving her in and out. Common technique against pips. Push one, loop one, push one, loop one.
Team captain, please come to the front desk.
Wow, great flat smash there. Shin is opening her racket to the perfect angle and just swinging straight through.
That's right, using that backspin to her advantage. The ball will naturally drop.
Another good exchange. Shin comes out on top.
Short towel break here at 3-3. Traditionally, every 6 points is a towel break for the players. Gives them a chance to regroup, wipe the sweat, regain focus. Oh, what a get.
Now Angela with her own.
Unfortunately,
Shin almost
not
had
enough.
an identical shot in the first set. But hey, these players will take anything they can get. There's a net that yields a pop-up for an easy put away. They're going to take it. See Shin normally going with the push if it's to her backhand side. Definitely only overturning Angela's chops if she could step around and take her forehand. And that's common. You typically see attacking players who are playing choppers use that tactic. Tricky long tomahawk serve, long topspin.
Six, the score. Shin with 4.
Shin's loop just clips the top of the net. Her topspin carries it over. That's always a tough miss in table tennis. You go for a topspin stroke, hits the top of the net, and still goes long.
Certainly is, Jace. That net can be fickle.
Tricky pips play there. Obviously the ball coming off a long pip's a little bit different than it would with smooth inverted rubber.
Yes, at the towel break, 8-4 in favor of Angela.
And she does take those towel breaks. You'll notice she will go over, wipe off, regroup. Whereas Shin opts to stay to the table.
That's a good point there, Jace. Some players like to change the pacing, maybe of the opponent or more for their own sake, just to regroup mentally. It's such a mental sport.
That's under your side. Good. We do not have reactions as good as the players.
A little bit of a mix-up
Takes
there
us
with the
about
ball.
2 minutes to pick up a ball.
Set point for Angela. And she takes the second set. 2 up for Angela, 2 games. Second of which, 11-6.
As we begin the third set here. Shin often goes with that hook serve. They're a more traditional pendulum. She has a couple different offerings of serves from her forehand side.
Angela gets a racket on that one, but nonetheless, incredible speed by Shin.
Yeah, if Angela's chops aren't low, Shin will come in and just clobber them with an open face. Tricky there. Was going with the loop push, but then push 2 in a row. Maybe throwing up Angela's rhythm, her footwork a little bit.
Seems to be working though. 3-0 in Shin's favor.
Wow, Angela going for the forehand counterattack. Haven't seen her do that too much. Man, when she whips that out, it's surprising to me. It's like, oh yeah, she has that stroke in her bag.
That's right. Reminiscent of Yosei Hyuk, of course, the chopper from Korea. Able to counter loop with the greats, but just so much patience. Backcourt.
Playing a
Forcing
chopper
the error.
really is an exercise in patience. It's like an endurance run. You know, playing a looper is a sprint, playing a chopper is a marathon.
That's a good point there, Jace.
I mean, they rely on their opponent making a mistake. You know, they're not going to hit it past you, but they're relying on you to dump one of their chops into the net, miss hit. Wow. Shin trying to go down the line with that last forehand. Just clipped the top of the net.
I really haven't seen a lot of these loops go long. A lot of them are touching the net, dumping into the net. A testament to how much spin they really are using.
And there's that spinny forehand loop from Angela. So different when she shows that.
Shin serve, 3 serving 5 here in the third set.
Ooh, that push drifts just to the side of the table. Don't see that miss too often. Typically see past the table or into the net. Don't see a miss on the side.
The shot maybe just a little bit lower than the smashes before. They're forcing an error there. 7-3.
Twiddled with that last step in. So instead of hitting with Angela's red side, which is the long pips, where she normally generates her backspin, switched to her smooth side. Very tricky.
Wow, what a gift for Shin. That saved to the point. Angela showing some attacks here.
Angela trying to go for the backhand attack with her smooth side. She twiddled again. Shin ready to go.
As per usual.
Oh, that's a tough net.
Here at the business end of this third game, that's not what you want to see. Okay, so 5-9 in Angela's favor. She has the serve. 2 points away from victory.
And now 5 match points for the women's singles title. And Shin will not go down without a fight.
Staying alive, she's a fighter.
4-point deficit, certainly not beyond her realm. Wow, great attack.
She's proving this right now. She means business.
That may have been the most aggressive attack she's made all match. And considering the stakes, that's a clutch shot.
Oh, unlucky.
Not the most impressive way to take the win, but Angela will take it nonetheless. Angela Guan is your 2022 NCTTA West Regional Women's Singles Champion.
An impressive feat.
Yeah.
But coming off of the divisional victory,
right?
The regional victory is well,
it's a nice step up for her. Yeah. Obviously, a few more ladies, a few more schools to take into consideration at regionals, but the Northern California division historically is a tough one, especially on the women's side. And Angela showing exactly why. Coming up soon, we do have some co-ed teams semifinals, so stay tuned.
All right, give it up for Angela for winning women's singles. We will be and give it up for Shin for being the runner-up. All right, ladies, make sure you don't go anywhere because we will be awarding you your medal later tonight at the award ceremony. And now we are gonna go ahead. Give me a second.
good. Should
We should be B, but like,
should it be Kirsch or Newman?
should be with
What?
C, C.
So who was A and B?
Teddy and Jazlyn.
Oh, there's a Teddy and Gordon still.
They wanted both